Tracy Summer.
Back once again, you are now tuned into the underground. My name is Mbaya and I go by the Doctor. Today I have you an exclusive from Gamma Plus. This is of course the Shorty. This drop is happening in, of course, January. This did get sent to me, if I'm not mistaken, late November, early December. I don't know if this was a typo as far as new drop, November 2024, but it is what it is. Anyway, look. I've been trying out this thing or using it for about 2 weeks now. Definitely not disappointing. It is a digital brushless motor, well, a Eon brushless motor. So with that being said, you're not going to be disappointed. This thing is exactly what it looks like and exactly what it is promised to be. It's a compact clipper. It fits ergonomically friendly in hand, but this is going to be going for, if I'm not mistaken, I gotta look this up because I know a lot of y'all are wondering what's the difference between this, I'm just gonna get right to it, and of course the most recent drop, which is the Saber 2. This is an Eon brushless motor and it came with the Echo Blade, of course. On this, there is no Echo Blade on your Gamma Plus Shorty. It comes with your standard vapor, you know, the usual that we all know comes on either Gamma or if not Gamma, it comes on the Stylecraft tool. So there is that is different. But what else is different? I really can't tell you because I've only been using this thing. I haven't done a review. I was going to do a review that when I started to, it just never really worked out. It was like bad timing. It's been really busy around here for me because I'm in a transitioning period in my life. And not only am I transitioning right now with my career and everything, I have a limited amount of time to do these videos because of the holiday rush, and people are very serious about this haircut business. And this is going for $200.49. Well, $249.95 to be exact. And it's dropping January. I don't know exactly what date on this upcoming month of January that this will drop, but we're gonna go ahead and look at what this thing has to offer because I did put everything back in the box just so y'all can kind of get an experience of what it was like when I opened this thing. So you have the extra lids, you know, these are always going to come with most clippers when it comes to Gamma Plus or Stylecraft, but they gave us the orange and the blue. And look, my favorite color is blue. I definitely did slap this on recently, but I swapped it back to black just so y'all can see how this thing was packaged. So of course, you know, this is the standard, you know, the usual. I did put this back on, I cleaned them up, you know. I was just trying to kind of front for y'all so y'all can get the full experience. But yeah, the vapor blade comes on this thing. You have a full click lever system, you know, 5 different levels, and it's perfect in the hand. And if you had to compare this to, of course, the Saber, they're the exact same size. At least that's how it looks. And the back lid is slightly a little different. This one has some curves going on versus these are kind of straight, and it kind of gets a little bit more trimmed out, you know, tapered towards the bottom. So, you know, very similar, but this is not about the Saber 2 here. It's just something to compare for those of y'all who are very curious on why they would do something like this. But Gamma Plus and Stylecraft go hand in hand, and they do, you know, share the same technology in some cases, most cases, but some cases they're different. Now, this is an Eon motor. I thought it was going to be like a rotary, you know, or super torque or something like that, but it's an Eon motor. And if you compare the sounds, actually, this one's like more quiet, and This one kind of has a little bit more, you know, a hum, a buzz to it, you know, so it's not as quiet as that one. I'm not sure if I just need a little bit more oil or something like that. I don't know. Maybe the battery is a little low. I haven't really been charging this how I need to, so maybe I need to get that full charge into this clipper. But other than the lids, this will come with your standard, you know, charging dock. Is going to fit, you know, oops, sorry about that. It's going to fit, you know, perfectly in there. And one thing I didn't try out to see is if it would take something like the Rebel, and it will. So that fits the Rebel. So this looks more like what the Rebel setup is like. And if the Rebel can fit in this charging pod or dock, that is making me guess that everything from your boosted clipper and, you know, whatever you name it will fit into this. Skin clipper will fit. So that's good to know. And I'm planning on actually switching out a few things because I'm going to throw the blue lid back on here, and I'll change the lever to a floating lever. I really want this to be more fluid in my situation because I do appreciate that a lot. And one thing that's really cool is these do come with more tight guards. Can't get enough tight guards. I mean, that's probably going to be standard moving forward at this point. You know, the Saber 2, of course, also came with the tight guards. I believe they were black. It would have been awesome to have some gold joints or something like that. But, you know, you have your standard screwdriver, you know, the Gamma Plus screwdriver, standard charging cord. And one thing that's cool about this is it is USB-C compatible at the bottom there. You can charge versus, you know, I'm going to keep on comparing because this is probably going to be the biggest question that everybody's going to be asking. What's the difference between the Shorty and the Saber 2? But the Saber 2 does not have the USB-C compatibility on the bottom like the Shorty. It has it on the back right here, which is kind of awkward sometimes when you're charging. But if you have the mat that is supplied or produced by Gamma Plus, they do have the guard rail, then you have the magnetic guard rail, then you have the magnet bar on the back that you can sit your clippers up like that. But when you got to plug in from the back versus the bottom like that, it's a little awkward. So I'm sure they had to probably, you know, talk about that, but who knows really. You know, it works either way. You just need to be able to charge this thing. If it's not through the dock, you can charge this thing through the backside over here with the USB-C. So this is definitely more ergonomic in my opinion. The design is better, slick. And that blue lid, the reason why I do like it, it has a thumb part right here. And that's why I'm going to swap this back right now actually. And the orange is really sweet. I like this. I love this a lot, but it only has these like little ridges or whatever. So that's good for grip, all that good stuff. But I'll save that for another time. Maybe when this blue one gets all nice, or let's not say nice, but gets grimy, then I will probably, but I'm going to switch this lid out right now. And I'm going to show y'all some haircuts, of course, in a bit that are going to just pretty much demonstrate how well this thing does. And I need y'all to be the judge so you can purchase this, because I will say right now, get this. And for those of you who are going to compare this to the Saber 2, it is $50 cheaper or less. So if you want to save some money, this is definitely it. And if you want to save more money, use discount code J.Exquisite at the checkout when you're, you know, getting any items that are Stylecraft or the Gamma Plus Shorty, and get you some money off. You know, everybody likes to save money, I'm sure, because I know I do. Had to forget that real quick before I lost that. That would have been a disaster. Oh man, that would have been horrible. I want to lose a screw. Drop that back up. Yep. So I was gonna say, for anybody that is complaining about there's too many clippers coming out, there's too many different items, always, all the time, you know, just stop the whining. You got to pick and choose what works for you and what doesn't. Know what works by sticking to what you're using now and make the best out of it, because most people think getting the newest and shiniest item is always going to help them win or get more clients and stuff like that, or help them cut better, which is not the case. It's just how well have you mastered what you have currently in your collection or your arsenal, right? Because let's face it, you can't buy everything. I am definitely grateful that I'm able to work with a great company such as Gamma Plus and Stylecraft. They definitely do look out, but this is awesome because I get to bring you this content. They do help my platform out a lot at this point with bringing you all these reviews, which I hope are very helpful, because I wouldn't make them just to be talking to, you know, upsell something. Like, this is me trying to really look out and make sure that people get their money's worth. I know some of you have hundreds of clients that you got to take care of in a month. So you want to have the most efficient tool that is able to do the job efficiently, fast, with quality, of course. You know, you just don't want to be buying bogus stuff just because, hey, look, we got a new one, buy it. No, I wouldn't do that. That's like I always tell everybody that my favorite trimmer ever that's out right now is, of course, the hitter. And that sounds like a bogus statement, but I love the hitter. That might be hands down top 5 in my opinion. To some people it might be top 10. To some people it might not even be on their top, but it is the best trimmer on the market. So, you know, whether you like that statement or not, that's on you. But I always recommend that to people first. Why? Because it's budget friendly. It is also very ergonomically friendly and reliable. It produces quality. It's easy to use. It definitely gets the work done. And you can swap out to whatever blade that you please at the end of the day. So, you know, why not? Okay, we got the lid swapped. But that's the only thing about this clipper that I will say, and I'll tell y'all right now, it is louder, and I don't know why it is louder than the, you know, Saber 2, because they have the same motors. And, you know, we'll figure that out soon enough. Let's get some little oil or a little clipper side on there. Might help with that. Yeah, you know, it's not as quiet as a Saber 2, in my opinion. So, you know, this is more, it's just elegant. This is more like, yeah, we about to cut something up, you know what I'm saying? We about to chop it, you know? So definitely a little bit more hum. It might be too much space in the, you know, the case in itself, or, you know, the housing rather. So yeah, but with that being said, let's get some cuts in. Y'all stay tuned, and I'll talk through the cuts just to let y'all know what I'm doing and just overall talk about the clipper. But while demonstrating these haircuts, what I want to tell y'all is that a lot of what's in this package is not exactly going to work for everybody, because there is some things that are going to disappoint you all. And what I mean is, you know, charge time, for example, or run time rather. You know, some people are not going to be too happy about the run time. Some people are not going to be happy about the RPM, the power, whatsoever. But I will say that this thing cuts and performs very well. I haven't been disappointed, so I doubt that anybody will be disappointed unless you're just complaining. And some of you have the most to say about other brands and hype them up over Gamma Plus, which is great. It's cool. Everybody has something that works for them. Everything doesn't work for everybody, you know. So, like, for example, you have a Felix Diamond Carbon DLC Vapor Blade for superior blending, fading, and bulk removal. Shallow 2.0 cutter. So this does have a shallow 2.0 cutter, which is awesome. And I don't know why they're starting to make everything have a shallow 2.0 cutter. By the way, I don't have this thing zero gapped or nothing like that. The position that I have this on is just straight out of the box. So this is how well this thing's been cutting for me with the haircuts that I'm going to be demonstrating or showing. So, you know, y'all definitely just watch for yourself, you know what I'm saying? And if I don't put that many haircut clips in this video, stay tuned, I'm going to be uploading more. But you got a high torque, low vibration digital brushless Eon motor, runs at 7,500 RPM, offering more powerful, efficient, and quiet cutting. So, you know, this is kind of like repetitive, you know, and they're very similar packaging, you know, with the Saber, but you know, you have charging station, of course, I did show y'all that. You got the innovation, space and saving design, you know, 120 minutes of runtime, which that's a lot, but it's not, because I have had this thing die out on me a few times. I don't know if it's because I'm not charging it long enough, but it has died out on me to where it just like literally stopped. So I don't think I'm charging it to its full capability, but I'm not gonna lie, it's dying because I've been using the mess out of this. Like every other trimmer or clipper that I use, I do kind of, you know, how do you say, rotate them, you know, but this one has not been getting any rotation. So there's times where I just don't even put it on the charger. So I have been having a hard time with the battery, and that's not a negative thing. I do know that I'm not charging it enough, you know, so that could be the case, but just had to throw that out there for y'all. You know, I got to be transparent. So tight stretch bracket is optional. You can change this to a stretch bracket. I probably won't do that, you know, reason being I'm going to be using the tight guard. So this taper, you know, this tight setup is good for the tight guard, so no problem. And other than that, this is definitely a compact clipper. You know, it's good for people that are going to have like smaller hands and this and that. And you got a multiple customization, by the way. You can swap this lid area with the middle part here to, like, if you want this part that's on the orange, you know, you can change that. Or if you want just, you know, the shorty black version or whatever, you can change it to that, you know. So what I'm talking about is right here on the back is displaying, you know, showcasing right there that you can swap those out, if that makes any sense what I'm talking about. I hope y'all catching me. But yeah, you know, you got additional housing, including 3 different color lids. That's awesome. That's great. And you have, of course, the 4 dub magnetic tight guards, which include the number 2. You got the 1.5, you got the 1, and of course you got the 0 guard, you know, this the 1/16th, as some of you know it as. But definitely get this clipper, y'all, but only this footage that I have can help you understand what I'm talking about, because it is really smooth. A lot of the cuts that I've done with this are very, very, very smooth, and it's kind of hard to say because I've actually enjoyed using this better than the Saber 2. Saber 2 is a beast, but this has been more fun to use. It's like something that I can't really explain. Just watch these videos, just keep watching. Look how smooth the blends are. Like, this thing is definitely doing it. But if you're interested, definitely remember, use discount code J.Exquisite at the checkout. Don't forget to leave a comment, share this video, send it to somebody that might find this helpful, and stay tuned because you're going to be seeing a lot of this clipper in the future. Okay, y'all, so just a quick FYI, this is just going to, of course, be a demonstration video, not really a tutorial video. It's going to be showcasing the Shorty compact clipper and how well this thing performs in real time. I'm not going to, of course, be playing the video itself in real time. I want to speed this up. I don't want y'all dragging along with this forever. I just want y'all to see what this thing can do. I would play it in real time, but I think y'all get the gist. At this point, this thing's definitely cutting through whatever needs to be cut. And the parting is not perfect on this haircut. Everything's just kind of being removed out of the way so that we can do somewhat of a hybrid haircut that's going to fit his head style. This is my homie Alex, of course, and he is literally a twin, a clone of that Mexican OT. He was rocking a mullet a while ago. We did for him, but he ended up wanting to do more of a drop fade, which still favors that mullet look or that OT look. You know what I'm saying? So definitely this thing performed very well. It didn't really have a fight at all when it came to the texture of hair. It was kind of just cutting through precisely, no problem. You won't be disappointed with this thing because I personally have been using it 2 weeks, right? But I've been running this thing to the ground, literally to the battery drains, and I haven't been disappointed as far as the performance, how well the quality that is given is, and definitely will doubt that anybody will ever be disappointed. But definitely y'all shop for this item. There was no snagging from the blades themselves. This motor definitely was working, and the compatibility with the Gamma tight guards, or some of y'all that are using the Stylecraft version, which is the same at the end of the day, definitely won't be disappointed. It is going to give you a smooth cut, and if this looks smooth, y'all, I definitely know that you won't have no problem at all. But shout out to Stylecraft, shout out to Gamma Plus, and the details on this were also helped out a lot with my headlight, which is of course from GMB Pro. Shout out to them, my guy Dawiki. You know, I hope for the best of blessings, all the prosperity to your company. You're killing it in the game. Definitely, I salute you, brother. Keep on doing what you're doing, and the whole team that is involved with GMB Pro. You know, good luck to everything in the future. I know y'all are going to do numbers, nothing but growth headed your way. So keep on pushing through, keep on killing it. The new store is looking amazing. If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, y'all go check out GMB Pro or just Google search GMB Pro. You will definitely be amazed at or impressed with what they have to offer. But this look is pretty much done. Keep in mind that the separation of the hair from the fade to the curls up top is not perfect. This is more supposed to be a natural flowing haircut. So if anybody is judging me on how imperfect this looks, hey, that's on you. You definitely stepping on the header rate. Yep. Anyways, moving on to the next haircut, which is going to be sped through, of course, just like the last. This is the homie Chasing Summer. If you don't know or are not familiar, this is the guy, the man, the legend behind the beats that you hear over my videos. He is a producer, one of the best to ever do it, and that's Chasing Summer. Check him out on the IG. I believe this is one of the freshest fades that I have ever given him, because he said that he wanted this thing to last because he's not going to be able to get a haircut from me for a while. Unfortunately, like I said earlier in the video, if y'all caught that, I'm going through a transition right now, which is a story for another time. Y'all stay tuned. But look at how fresh that looks. That is definitely what you will get from the Shorty compact clipper. Gamma Plus did a thing. These two companies, which is of course Stylecraft and Gamma Plus, know what they are doing. And if you're not familiar with the greatness that these two are pushing out there, you need to get on the wave. You need to get on the train. And when I say get on the train or the wave, I'm not saying this is hype. If it is hype, the hype is real. And y'all need to get familiar. This is the Stylecraft instinct. I know y'all seeing this lineup being done and executed real proper, angles on point, everything looking good, looking like I put some color on this man. And it's not even about the texture, because if you saw my self-cut that I am rocking in the newest video that I posted on the IG live right here, this is a quick clip of it, the boy's looking good. Definitely go and check out how I went about that. Me and my daughter were talking, chopping it up the whole time while I did a self-cut. So yeah, anyway, that's that for this video. I will catch y'all on the next one.